Hi. I'm reusing this big basket, and because I have the kitties outside, I just want to have an extra bed out there for them. So I'm going to put some fabric around this and make a little kitty hut. So let's get started. All right, I bought this fleece, and I hope I got enough. Let me see which way I need to go with this. I'm going to lay this out. I opened it up. I'm going to lay it out and see how I want to do this, because I kind of want it closed in except for a little hole maybe like right here where they can crawl into it. I'm going to put a cat bed inside of it. So, because this is going to be, if it's nice and tight, that'll be a nice little cozy, like a little tent. Because even if both sides come down like this, like a little tent, they can crawl in there. But I need to, there we go, just pull it forward a little bit. You know, they'll find their own way in there if they're cold. And I'll cut this as I go. But right now, I'm just gonna start gluing, pulling and stretching, and gluing and pulling and stretching. That's all you can do. When you're working on a big project, that's all you can do. Just have at it. Now I folded this with the little glue here, because I was trying to fold a little seam. It might come apart when I stretch it. Just put a little bit more of a seam in that. Oh, this side is going to need a little bit more too. This is actually, it's starting to fall apart. That's why I was going to use it for the cats. I got it, used it for decoration outside, and I think it's just been weathered. Okay, we're getting down here in the front. I want to pull this up, make sure that's nice and tight. And I'm just going to pull this up and try to trim it. And trim it as I go. I think it's time to get a new pair of scissors. Take these ones downstairs and sharpen them. Maybe it'll sharpen or we'll get them working again. All right, I'm just pulling this up and I'm gluing it over the edge. Not sewing, not doing anything. I'm just pulling and gluing. Because once the little cat bed's in there, it's square. I do have a round one too, and it has sides on it. it so I can see. Can't see what I'm doing here. Okay. See, I want to pull this and go under it, but I need to get the bottom of it. Attached and stretched. I am going to now I can turn it as I'm working on it because I have to release that fabric. I don't know if it's a lot loose outside in the cold or not. I don't think it should, because once this comes down over and glues to the fabric, that should be nice and tight and stick. Okay, I just want to pull this down, make sure I'm getting enough to go around the bottom. And I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit more as I go. At least I get the big bulk of it off, because there's a lot there. All right. See how this is just like cut off to there? I mean, any kind of shape of basket, you just kind of like cut it and glue it as you go. That's how I do stuff. I'm going to continue to glue this because it's going to get folded in on itself. I'll pull it when I come down around. All right, let me do this side. No, just trying to cut straight off of there. Do I know what I'm doing? Hell no. I don't know. I'm just doing what I think I need to do. That's how crafting is sometimes. Alright. Alright, now, see, I can trim this down a little bit. And it's tight across the bottom, if you can see it. And that helps keep the air, the warm air in and the cold air out. Yeah, a lot there, so we can trim that up some more. I think you can see it. I'm gluing that on the inside. Alright. Now I'm going to start pulling. See, when this fabric glues to this fabric, that should lock it in all that little fibrous material. And I want to pull this somewhat tight because I want the sides to not fall in on them. I'm just going to trim some more of that. I want to make sure I get all that glued and in place. And it's a little hot sometimes when it comes through. Let's see if I can put it upside down, see. Work it that way. And I am going to just kind of like pull it over itself a little bit. Now that I've got that cut, I'm going over and gluing all the loose stuff. Like that whole corner is loose. All right, I think I got that all done pretty good. Now I can go on this side. And that is nice and roomy in there, if you're able to see. It's nice and roomy once this gets pulled over. So I'm going to start in the back of this one. It's holding pretty good. It's compressed pretty good. Let me do this side, work away. See if I need to glue some more. I am not going to trim this. I am just going to glue that flat down. Got a little short there, so Now you know the cats, they're gonna claw at this, so if they wreck it, we just build it again. Because that's how cats live. They will love their house and they will claw at it. All right. I'm gonna just twist this over a little bit and tighten that. I need to get some glue in here because that is stretchy. Okay. I should be able to squeeze that house or that bed in there. I might run some jute around this because this is kind of brittle. But it looks okay. That'd be a cute little house. Run some jute around that. Looks like a little Indian teepee. Let's see, I don't know how much I'm gonna need. Double it up. There we go. Just a little bit of glue here and there. I'm going to go down a little further and start over again. And that will just cover this up. Because we want to push that behind there. That wants to pop in first. Let me see. A little glue. Keep it from popping. Just put a little bit right there and a little bit back in the bag. All right, so if they clot that, they're not gonna break those. I need to put, I have some more of the burlap. So let's make a burlap flower. All right, let me see if I can get this. Okay, just a little flower bud. Put that right there. Give them something to play with. I'm trying to mush it in all that glue. There we go. We got a little flower bud going on there. Okay. And there's my cat hut. Silly thing, huh? Looks funny. But it's just a basket with fabric around it. And then we're going to put the bed in there. And they do have a heater bed in their house, but I don't know if they're all, I've never gone out there at night to look to see if they're all sleeping in the same bed, but I'll put this down in there. I have a second heater bed. Okay, so all I do is gotta add the bed to it and take it out and let them try it out. So I hope this inspires you to make a little cat hut. Thanks for watching.